front court.
All right. Well, Coach, before we let you go, we got Baraka Okojie tonight. Tell us a little bit about him. What did you see in him to bring him over?
Yeah, Baraka, initially I didn't know about Baraka, and Coach Stansberry brought him to my attention. And then when I did my research, first-class young man, wants to win. He reclassed early to go to college at George Mason just to get in there. And he brings a lot because he's tough. We need that toughness. We're a grit and grind team. He's still trying to figure his way out and hasn't really gotten the minutes that he really deserves. I could say that because when you're a coach, you get caught up into the game mostly, but trying to let him open up more in the conference so that when March Madness comes around, that we'll have all the guards hitting on high cylinders. So he's done a phenomenal job. He's human. He wants to play more, and he's so competitive, and we're blessed to have him because he's going to help us win a lot of games.
A lot of opportunities left. Coach, always a pleasure catching up with you. We will talk to you on Thursday night in Philadelphia and go get those wins on the road. Great to catch up with players Baraka, Okojie, and just to clarify, we've been told, and you said you've dealt with it your whole life, so it doesn't bother you, but you want it to be said right. So for everyone out there, let's get the correct pronunciation here.
Baraka Okojie.
Okojie.
I know it looks a little different, but it's just Okojie. Yeah.
All right. Originally out of Brampton, Ontario. So first of all, and I asked Tyrese about this since he was from Wisconsin the other day. I'm sure you got a kick out of last week. You probably heard snow and just, for us, thought it was just like rain. So when you guys from the north, especially from Ontario, get down here and you kind of see how the city reacts, we only get the snow once or twice a year, and sometimes it comes once every 2 years. It's kind of an event down here. So what was your reaction seeing our reaction?
One of our student helpers, Craig, told us that like when the snow starts, the city will kind of start to panic a little bit, and I didn't really understand it until I seen it, because it's like second nature for me to see snow outside, so it's not really nothing different for me. But it was funny. Yeah. We had to change the whole travel schedule and do everything like that just to make sure we got to the hotel on time and everything. But it was funny for sure.
You didn't by any chance have to go to the grocery at any point last week, did you?
No, I didn't. I did all my grocery shopping before that.
Okay, well, I didn't know if you were able to see the empty bread and milk shelves.
Oh, like everything was gone?
Oh, you would have thought you were going to be snowed in for a month.
Oh.
Yeah, so I didn't know if you got to see that or not.
No, I didn't get to see that. That's funny, though.
Okay, you come in here, again, originally out of Ontario, so tell us about it, because we obviously get a lot of players from Ontario in Memphis. So what is the basketball scene and back up in Brampton?
It's growing. It's growing every day. The basketball scene in Toronto, Canada is growing, and it's fun to be a part of, coming to the States, playing AAU basketball with Canada Elite. I was with Canada Elite, but there's UPlay, there's Brookwood, all these different teams on all these different circuits. So it's definitely growing. Basketball is getting bigger and bigger, obviously, since the Air Canada, Vince Carter days and stuff like that. It's grown so much, and the championship in 2019 has only made it bigger. So every single day is growing, and it's fun to see the development of all my younger friends that are still back home committing to these different schools and getting bigger and bigger.
We had seen a few Canadian players here or there, and in fact Memphis at one point, I believe Coach Pastor was still here. We went up to Canada and played a couple of exhibition games in the off season.
Okay.
How big has it gotten, as you mentioned, since Toronto got the NBA team? Of course, they won the NBA championship. Did it really explode? Is that really kind of what took it to the next level up there?
Yeah, for sure. Just seeing it every day, getting to go to a game, getting to drive 20 minutes and seeing LeBron James come on a Wednesday night, or seeing Kyrie Irving or Steph Curry come in on a Thursday and, just play basketball. It's something big for the kids that, watch basketball. I watched basketball growing up. I remember my first year watching basketball was 2012, LeBron with the Miami Heat. That's my favorite player. That's why I wear number 6. Right. So, just seeing that every day, being able to go watch the games and just having that atmosphere around the city, that was something that helped it for sure.
As far as the youth level in high school, and you get up in the travel ball, I don't know if you noticed, has it changed, or how big has that gotten to now see the Division I coaches from the States come in and recruit out of there?
It's gotten a whole lot bigger, just giving the Canadian kids just opportunity to be seen, going to these different travel teams and stuff like that, being able to showcase themselves. Me, when I played for Canada Elite, it was the most fun I've had, just traveling with the guys and being able to go to these different gyms and play in front of these big coaches and all that.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up. Interesting story about Baraka. Transportation slam dunk here. Let her nobody trash Tennessee. Message again brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Transportation. All right, Baraka, let's talk a little about, we talked about the scene up in Ontario as far as basketball. Obviously, it's worked out for you and your family. You've got a brother, Osi. He's playing actually at Howard University, so you got to probably be one of the few families up there now that has 2 college basketball players.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of like my role model. I grew up. He's 2 years older than me.
Okay.
So all the teams he played for, I played for all the camps he went to. I wanted to go to and things like that. He's a little more blessed. Physically, he's around like 6'6" and has like a 7-foot wingspan. So it was a little bit harder beating him one-on-one when we were growing up. But he was always bigger, stronger. But yeah, I attribute a lot of my success to my brother for sure.
At what point, as you guys were growing up, as you talk about his physical prowess, did you start to catch up and beat him in a couple of games?
He'll lie to you and say I've never beat him, but I say probably around like when I hit high school, like my 9th grade year. That's when I started to be. He stopped wanting to play me once I got to that age. But, yeah.
How young were you guys when y'all started playing ball?
Since I can remember,
Okay.
my dad says like 3 years old, 4 years old, something like that. So I mean, as much as I can remember, I've been playing basketball.
How much of your game can be attributed to playing against your older brother? You're a typical older brother, younger brother, kind of get beat up on the court, and then as you develop, then a lot of times that younger brother becomes maybe the dominant player because they've kind of been, I don't want to say the underdog, but the guy's been physically bigger most of your life.
For sure, yeah. I attribute a lot of it, like I said, just being able to fight. And I played a lot older. I played with my brother's teams when I was older, so always playing 2 years up, always having to learn how to play against bigger, taller guys, stronger guys to find a way to still be effective on the court. That's something that helped me a lot for sure.
Understand, too, you're a big football guy, so you and P.J. Haggerty, I understand, now have the new NCAA 25 game, and y'all have got quite a, I don't know if it's a series, rivalry, what y'all got going on, but I heard it's pretty big.
Yeah, PJ talks a lot of smack on the game. So the last time we played, I did, in fact, beat him. But it's actually PJ Carter that I got to get at.
Okay.
I'm 0-2 against him right now, but I think I might play him tonight and finally get that dub. So,
all right.
yeah.
Well, there you go. There you go. Last thing, real quick, what was it about Memphis that attracted you to come down here?
Obviously, the city itself, basketball city. Obviously, it's a given who's our head coach is and how great he was at the game and what he can give me in terms of learning and stuff like that. And then just the opportunity. You've seen the non-conference schedule we played and all the big games, and just being able to grow. I'm in a different role this year as a younger guy. I'm the youngest guy on the team, so just learning from all the older people and just being able to soak in everything that I can for sure.
Sounds outstanding. Well, a lot to go here. The conference season should be fun. We thank you so much for coming out. We're so glad to have you in Memphis, and
yes, sir.
You can teach us all how to drive in the snow as we go along. We appreciate it. All right, big round of applause. Baraka Okojie joining us here on the Pennyway Hardaway radio show. Don't forget, Tigers will be at Temple Thursday at 6. We're on the air at 5. Tigers at Charlotte Sunday at 2. We're on the air at 1. Go to the Fieldhouse Wednesday. Support the women. 7 o'clock against Texas San Antonio. For Josh Rivera in the studio, Ditch and Dan, I'm Jeff Bribel. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you Thursday night. Go Tigers, everybody.
Live from Brookhaven Pub and Grill, you've been listening to the Coach Penny Hardaway Radio Show. Driven by Wolf Chase Toyota, Memphis' #1 total sales and service leader. Also brought to you by AutoZone. Got a check engine light on? AutoZone will check it for free with a free fix finder service. Available at every store. Get in the zone. AutoZone.